this is Erico and I am back again. So we now have a continuation of this Taiwan versus China situation where China is still trying to eat Taiwan up. Recently there's been a lot of threatening war, military drills that have been going on along Taiwan's peripheral area.
Out of its territory and sees President Lei as pro-independence. Well, our China correspondent Stephen McDonnell explains the significance of these drills.
The People's Liberation Army has made it pretty clear that this is an exercise practicing the encirclement of Taiwan. All you have to do is look at the maps that they've provided. Go online, the PLA's put it up there, and you can see the zones where the exercises are happening are all around Taiwan, including some of the outlying.
Taiwanese people are mostly just over it. They're just like, leave us alone, please. China is like, no, you all will come back to us. So like you will be swallowed up by us. China is very dissatisfied with Taiwan and the society and how it is moving, especially with the new president-elect and how it's more pro-democratic and more against pro-China.
Now let us welcome our next president and vice president, Ching-te and Mayday.
在民主和威权之间，我们选择站在民主这一边。中华民国台湾会继续和国际民主盟友并肩同行。
And meanwhile, we have many people on the interwebs of Taiwan social media who are in this kind of battle. We're talking, they're like down in the pits with people in support for Taiwan versus China, which I think is kind of strange to me. Like, how can you be pro-China with all that's going on? But this all sparked with this instance that happened. And you know, Taiwanese entertainers, they go back and forth. It's kind of like with mainland China and Taiwan, they get their money from both places. So when it comes to moments like this, it's kind of like mainland Chinese people and Taiwanese people are put together because when you're an entertainer, you entertain everyone, right? So we have this very big popular group called Mayday. It has been around for years. They are a Taiwanese pop rock band. I used to listen to them back in like early 2000s, like 2008, 2007, when I was really like into learning about East Asian pop culture music, and I found them, and they're really cool. I like their music. I haven't listened to them in a long time though. And recently their lead singer came out at a concert and said, like, you know, I'm Chinese. We're all Chinese. We should all eat together. And I think it was lighthearted. I don't think he meant anything by it. It seemed like it was more about saying to everyone, you know, like, we should all come together, which in a way is problematic with everything that's going on. So Taiwanese people got wind of this and they were like, no, I'm not Chinese, I'm Taiwanese. So saying the statement has a lot of emotions in it because it's sad that they have to state so strongly, but they're Taiwanese, and when they say this, they mean like, we have freedom, we have liberty, we're allowed to say what's on our minds. We're in mainland China, it's very controlled. You know, they can't always say out in the open how they feel. The government will go and make them disappear. And so it's been this back and forth debate, and there's been a lot of people in the Taiwanese society that have been looking to celebrities, and they're like, okay, have you reposted this to show that you are more so Taiwanese and you're in support of our movement of liberation from China? Or are you really behind closed doors pro-Chinese? And there have been many celebrities all across the board have come out and said, you know, oh yeah, I am for China, and that is the motherland and the mainland. When it comes to being a celebrity, I think that there are some celebrities that choose to just stay quiet, and I do think that is the best course of action because it's like if you don't have anything productive to say, don't say anything at all. I do think that when you have a platform that is important, that you watch your words, especially with Mayday's case and them being around for so long. They are seasoned professionals. I don't think that he should have said it in the way that he said it on stage. And of course, a lot of Chinese people like that because it makes them feel like, we're included and oh, you see us. And I think that's what he was going for, but you have to remember the political climate that's going on between mainland China and Taiwan and how there's constant threats.
我不愿意跟大陆统一，因为第一个我们的统治的制度上就不一样。
23-year-old Tom Chu is among a growing number of young Taiwanese who do not find themselves related to China in any way. His generation grew up seeing Taiwan independence as a viable political idea.
我们自己是一个民主国家，我们有自己的政府，我们有自己的选举制度，我们可以选出自己心目中的总统跟其他立法委员之类的。所以我们还有自己的言论自由跟人身自由。对，我觉得我们是不一样的个体这样。
Tom and his peers were born into an era of political democratization. In 2000, for the first time since 1949, Taiwan came under the control of a political party other than the nationalist KMT.
海峡两岸必能够为亚太地区的繁荣与稳定做出重大的贡献。
Chen Shui-bian, then president of the pro-independence Democratic Progressive Party, started a near-decade-long campaign to purge the island of China's influence. That helped cultivate a deep sense of national identity on the island, especially among its young people.
And then China's still constantly saying, well, we don't understand what the problem is. But it's like you should because you're threatening them. You're making them feel like that we're going to pressure you into being with us or into being a part of China. Taiwan is not a separate entity. It is a part of China. And it makes me, one, feel kind of blessed, I'm on the outside looking in. But also it makes me feel very disheartened because now there's talks about, well, China's like, well, we can pull our resources from Taiwan so that their whole government and social structure will fall down and then they'll be forced to come back to us. And I'm like, that's real disgusting. And it's just like, that's not going to help the situation at all. Like, that's just going to cause people to be angry, which will probably lead to war and just a whole lot of damage. And I'm all for the celebrities trying to vouch for unity, but it's a way you do it. Because you have to understand both sides. It's like Taiwanese people are going through enough with the problems in their own society. And then on top of that, there's now China's president and their government and them constantly like poking at them and poking at them and poking at America as well and poking at everybody that is in allegiance with Taiwan. It's just a constant like, oh, we're gonna get you. We're gonna get you. Like we promise we're gonna get you. Watch out, we're coming. And it's like you're constantly on edge and it's stressful. It's stressful for everyone. But if you do decide to be pro-China and be out in the open with it, be aware that there's going to be a lot of people's toes that you're going to step on. And Be aware that there are a lot of people who have faced awful moments in their lives due to mainland China and them just being really thoughtless and not thinking about the people fully. It's always been about, you know, power structure, how we feel about this is going to be like this because we feel like this is in your best interest for the people. And that's not always right. There are people in mainland China that are not happy at all. You know, what happened with Miss Rona and trickling down to now, there's been a lot of things that have been going on within that society as well, where it's just been like, you know, like you just kind of look at it from someone from the outside looking in, and you're just like, this is a mess. Like, all of y'all need therapy. All of y'all need to just go somewhere, just have a spa day, just chill out, or just do something, because this ain't it. This definitely ain't it. But, you know, Mayday's lead singer, I think it was just, he was being thoughtless. That's all. I just think he was being thoughtless. It happens. How do you feel about this? Tell me in your comments below. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also my blog, News and Pop Culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Thank you guys for watching. See you in the next video. Stay safe out there, y'all.